The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. It's about time we got this week underway. Hi, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 22nd. It's 2-2 Day, February 22nd, 2023, and we are with you a day late, but not quite a dollar short. We will be with you tomorrow and Friday at noon for more baseball. But the wife had some weird work hours this week, and I couldn't really go today at noon. But I did post a video on YouTube if you're curious on how to create a custom league in Stratomatic Baseball. All right, we go to the games of Saturday, May 12th, 2001, Fenway Park in Boston. It'll be Pedro Martinez against Felix Heredia. Who do you think we're going to root for here? I'm sure it's going to be Pedro Martinez. Red Sox are 20-15, and they and the Yankees are in a pretty good battle for first in the American League East. They're pretty as healthy as they're going to be at the moment, although I'm AFC Lou Merloni at short for the Red Sox. Oakland, if they're going to win 100 games, they need to get on the stick. They're 18-17 and trail the Mariners by a bunch. It's the Red Sox and the A's next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents 2001, A Season Odyssey. Today, from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, it is the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. How you doing, Matt? No, you always ask me this question of whether I want to turn carrot browsing on, and I always say no. Don't ask me again. Any excuse to have Pedro Martinez is a good one, and he's making his 8th start of the year. He's 4-1 with an earned run average of 166. That's pretty good. 29 years old. He's a cutter. Throws it at 97 and a ground ball plus pitcher. His Cy Young days are done, but we don't know that yet. He got the win in Oakland May 6th. A 6-3 win, 6 2/3, 108 pitches, 3 hits, 2 runs, all earned, a homer. He walked 3 and struck out a season low of 6. He has a season high of 14. That came in a game we did against Seattle. So 48 2/3 innings, 29 hits, 9 runs, all earned. 4 homers allowed. He's walked 9 and struck out 75 in 48 2/3. That's like crazy closer numbers. We are doing well. She's having a long day. She started at 10 this morning, which is why I wasn't with you at noon, and she had to go back and forth to work twice, and she's working until 11:30. She's going to be dog tired. PD is 3rd, by the way, in ERA, 24th in wins, and somehow somebody has more strikeouts than he does in the American League. Lineup he'll face: Johnny Damon is in right field. He'll lead it off, future Red Sox of America. Valdez is in left. He will bat second. One of the Giambis is at first. He'll bat third. John Jaha is the DH. He cleans up. Terrence Long in center will bat fifth. Miguel Tejada at short goes sixth. Eric Chavez at third, bats seventh. Future Red Sox of America, Mark Bellhorn is at second, batting eighth. And Hernandez behind the plate, going ninth. Defensively for the Red Sox, Dante Bichette, 4 and a 5 in left. Carl Everett, a 3 and a 4 in center. Trot Nixon is a 4 and a 7 in right. Shea Hillenbrand, a 4 at third. Lou Merloni, a 3 at short. No Nomar. Mike Lansing, a 3 at second. Jose Offerman, a 3 at first. That defense is going to win you anything. Jason Varitek, the captain, an 8 and a 5 behind the plate. And Pedro is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Johnny Damon steps in on a threatening 66-degree afternoon in Boston, hitting .263, 3 homers, and 16 RBI. PD's warm, and we finally get the week underway with a ground ball to Lansing by the back at second over to first, 1 out. Pedro should go about 115 pitches. Mario Valdez, and I got to change the size of the pictures here. Let's see. Stat box size, corner, main batter, medium. Park image, nope. Player displays. Video and sound. Wow, they are tiny. Remind me to change these tomorrow. It must be in the ballpark layout because that's on extra large. How you doing, Dave? Winter has arrived in Rochester. Snow and sleet today tonight. Could get up to 8 inches of snow by tomorrow morning. We are looking for 11 inches by tomorrow night here in Burlington. Mario Valdez at 300, a homer and 6 RBI. Yep, we're going to get absolutely pounded. 20 and cloudy at 8:35. Struck him out. Pedro got him to swing and miss. The play-by-play box is small. Can I change display? Park layout. All right, now we'll change some pictures here. That's a lot of snow. The ground here is bare. There. No inches in Houston. So 2 out for Jason Giambi at 321, 7 homers and 28 RBI. When's the last time you had snow down there? Pitch to Jason. Struck him out. Pedro struck out too. Got him to swing and miss at a fastball. Half an inning in the books. Oakland nothing. Here come the Red Sox. Is this Strat? No. It's Action PC 23. It's Gil Heredia. Felix pitches for the Mariners. Gil making his 7th start of the year. He's 1-1. An earned run average of 586, which is the speed of Dave's processor in his computer. Heredia, last pitch against the Red Sox on the 4th. Why don't you play Strat? Dave's ornery this evening. Heredia went 6 innings in a 7-6 loss to the Red Sox, 107 pitches, 12 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, and 2 strikeouts. I'm being told the last time there was snow in Houston was February 2021. For the most part, it's working well. Still some bugs to be worked out, but that's on my end. Gil has thrown 27 2/3 innings, 47 hits, 20 runs, 18 earned, 6 homers. He walked 4 and struck out 16. Been Christmas treed quite a bit. The lineup he'll face: Trot Nixon leads off for the Red Sox in right. Jose Offerman at first will bat second. Carl Everett in center bats third. Manram, the DH, he'll clean up. Dante Bichette in left will bat fifth. The captain, Jason Varitek, behind the plate goes sixth. Shea Hillenbrand batting seventh plays third. Lou Merlone at short will bat eighth, and Mike Lansing at second goes ninth. Dave, what'd you think of the video I did on Strat today? Valdez or Valdez is a 5 and a 2 at left. Terrence Long is a 3 and a 3 in center. Johnny Damon is a 2 and a 3 at left. Speaking of Strat defenses, those are terrible. Good. Glad you liked it. Chavez is a 10 at third. Tejada a 6 at short. Mark Bellhorn a 3 at second. Jason Giambi a 5 at first. Hernandez a 6 and a 3 behind the plate. And Gil is a 7 on the mound with a .941 fielding percentage. Trot Nixon steps in at 323, 9 homers, and 15 RBIs. Nixon draws a walk, and that's how this starts for the Red Sox. So a full count curve. Russian Reb, how are you? Enjoyed the Strat video. That was fun doing. That was fun. Here's Offerman, 246, a homer, and 12 RBI. Already his pitch. There's a ground ball to Bellhorn, should be two. Tejada for one, and there is a late throw to first, so they'll get the fielder's choice. 4-6, 1 out for Carl Everett. Carl at 252, 6 homers, and 21 RBI. Gill can go about 100 pitches, by the way. Struck him out. Got Everett to swing and miss on a 1-2 slow curve. Bernie just wants to say hello on your way out to dinner. We'll be with you 9 Eastern tomorrow morning, 9 Pacific tomorrow morning. And on Friday, snow day here, so enjoy dinner. 5:40 out in Vegas. Here's Manny, 302, 6 homers and 21 RBI. Heredia kicks and fires, and Manny pops it up. Hernandez takes off the mask in foul territory, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Red Sox strand a runner, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, no scored. So John Jaha hitting 182, 2 for 11 on the replay with a double and an RBI. Ground ball to Offerman. Jose takes it to the bag. 1 out. I forgot what happened to Pedro's arm, but it really did destroy the Red Sox pennant chances. Here's Terrence Long, 276, 3 homers and 24 RBI. Gained 36 for both teams, almost at the quarter pole. Line drive center field. Everett going to keep it in front of him for a base hit. So that's a single. And that'll bring up Tejada at 318, 9 homers and 27 RBI. Pedro delivers. There's a fly ball to left. Bichette over in the corner, and Dante creates his own inferno and makes the catch. 2 out. Petey's going to take care of business. Yeah, the thing is, if it skips past Everett, it's an extra base hit. So Eric Chavez at 264, 7 homers and 19 RBI. Ground ball to Merlone, Lewin on the grass over to Offerman, and that will retire the side. So the A's get a hit, leave him on. Pedro does his job after an inning and a half, no score. Sneezes all around. So it'll be Bichette, Varitek, and Hillenbrand for the Red Sox here in the second. Dante at 268, 2 homers and 4 RBI. Heredia starts the inning. Bichette, it's a little ground ball. Actually, it's a strike 3. And Hernandez flung it down to Giambi. Thank you. To get the strikeout. So that's a second for Gill. Here's Varitek, 238, 5 homers and 14 RBI. And if you're looking at the stats, only has 73 at-bats left. It's May 12th. That's not good. Struck him out. Got him to chase a 1-2 change. 2 out for Hillenbrand at 290. 4 homers and 10 RBI. We went from 8 viewers to 3. That's interesting. Hillenbrand, a ground ball to short. Tejada, a great play deep in the hole over to first to retire Hillenbrand and get the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third here at Fenway Park. No score. So if you remembered Mark Bellhorn playing with the A's, you're a super A's fan. He only had 74 at-bats with Oakland and hit a whopping 135. In the replay, 250, 2 triples, and 2 RBI. Petey winds and deals, and Bellhorn looks at strike 3. A hard fastball at 94. Now down to 1 viewer. Goodness. Here's Ramon Hernandez at 308, 4 homers, and 14 RBI. Pedro's pitch. Struck him out. That's a good afternoon. A curve at 90 in at the knees, and then it'll bring up Johnny Damon. Opening 9 for Pedro, 2 2/3. 44 pitches, 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. Damon is 0 for 1. There's a looper into right field. Nixon will pick it up. And that's a second hit. Let's see how much speed Damon has. He doesn't really have that much, and so we'll just have Mario Valdez bat, who struck out his first time up. I lost a follower, too. Must be one of those bots. Pitch to Mario. There's a line drive to left. Bichette will play it off the wall, and Mario is into second standing. Damon, with good speed on the bases, will score, and it's 1-0 Oakland. So an RBI stand-up double. There wasn't much Bichette could do about that. That was just a laser beam off the scoreboard. Brings up Jason Giambi, who struck out his first time up. PD with 2 out here in the third. 1-0 Oakland. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. So eventually Pedro gets the side. A fastball in on the black. But the A's draw first blood. 1 run, 2 hits, and leave a runner on. Go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Oakland. So Merloni, Lansing, and Nixon to face Heredia here in the third. Lou at 250. He's 4 for 16 on the replay. Base hit left field. Valdez will pick it up. No one out in that outfield has a good arm. Merloni will hold with a single, and that'll bring up Mike Lansing. 284, 2 homers, and 9 RBI. Infield playing at normal depth. So Lansing is going to square, drops it down. Heredia has it, throws to Bellhorn covering, and the sacrifice works. So 1-4 on the bunt, and that'll bring up Nixon. Trot walked his first time up. Heredia, 32 pitches, 9 batters, 2 1/3, a hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. If Mr. Gardner's still here, he's going to do a chat in about 45 minutes. What you chatting about? Nixon, line drive back to Heredia, and Merloni has to spin back to the bag. So looky what I found here. 2 out for Offerman, who's 0 for 1. Right back to Tejada behind the bag at second, over to Giambi, and that will retire the side. Red Sox get a hit, leave them on after 3, 1-0 Oakland. So here's John Jaha. He's 0 for 1. Pedro throwing a lot of pitches, 56 through 3. Ground ball to Lansing by the bag at second, over to first, 1 out. Terrence Long singled his first time up. 1 out, top the fourth, 1-0 Oakland here at Fenway Park. It is now raining here in Boston. 68 WRKO degrees, and the winds are calm. Pitch to Long. Ground ball to Lansing, this time in his regular spot, over to Offerman, 2 out. Easy inning so far for Pedro. Here's Tejada. Miguel is 0 for 1. And Lansing is going to run the hat trick here. Third verse same as the second. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Oakland. So here are the standings. The Marlins and Phillies have dropped 7 of 10. The Mets have dropped 5 straight. Atlanta has won 3 straight. So the Marlins lead over the Phillies is 3, the Mets 3.5, and the Braves now 6. In the Central, Cincinnati, kind of like watching yogurt here. It's all coming up from the bottom. They have lost 7 of 10. They have a half-game lead over the Pirates. Game and a half over Houston and St. Louis. And Milwaukee has won 7 of 10 to get within 2. In the West, Colorado by a game over San Francisco. 3 over Arizona. Even the Dodgers are just 5.5 back. Yankees have won 5 straight. They now have a 2.5 game lead over the Red Sox. Toronto has dropped 6 straight. Have I had many rainouts on the computer? I'll read the rest of that in a second. The AL Central, it is Chicago and Cleveland's world, and welcome to it. Kansas City is 9 back. They've lost 4 straight. In the West, Seattle has a 5-game lead over Oakland at 23-12, and Texas and Anaheim are 9 back. And that's where we stand as Carl Everett steps to the plate. He struck out his first time up. I have rain outs blocked. You can have delays, but no one wants to sit for 30 minutes and get involved into a game just to have a computer randomly say, oops, that's it. So we can have a rain delay, but we cannot have a rain out. But yes, they are there and they are random if you have it checked. And it will do it after the game becomes official. So you can't have a rain out in the 3rd inning. But you guys are paying for the hour, so you're going to get it thereabouts. Pitch to Everett. Carl ropes this one into right field. Damon will cut it off. Giambi should have had that one, huh? Okay. Brings up Manny Ramirez, who's 0 for 1. Line drive to Bellhorn, and Mark will make the catch. 2 out, or 1 out for Dante Bichette, who struck out his first time up. So spring training getting underway across Florida and Arizona. We'll have baseball back on our internet streams soon. Real baseball. Throw to first, Everett back. How many of you watched the college game? Finally, he goes to Bichette. Struck him out. That's 4 for Gill. 2-2 fastball at 79. Got him looking. I think Pedro sneezes run 79. Here's Varitek. Jason struck out the first time up. 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th in a 1-0 ball game. Oakland leads. There's a ground ball to Giambi. Jason takes it to the bag, and that will retire the side. Red Sox get a hit and leave a runner on. We've played 4 in the back bay. 1-0 Oakland. So Chavez, Bellhorn, and Hernandez to face Petey here in the 5th. Eric is 0 for 1. They've changed around, by the way, my Twitch dashboard. Now all icons, instead of actually telling me what things mean. It's exciting. Chavez strikes out. That's 6 for Pedro. A fastball got him looking at 100. So Heredia throws the cheese kind of like, like in a can at 79. Pedro throws the Cabot extra sharp fastball at 100 miles an hour. So here's Bellhorn. He struck out his last time up. PD's pitch. Got him again. We got a good morning and a good 9. An 0-2 fastball at 97. So Ramon Hernandez. How you doing, Mike from the truck? If he's working and his audio's off, I want to know what he's doing for work. Hernandez struck out his first time up. Pedro has struck out 7, but is on the wrong end of a 1-0 score. Winds and deals. Ground ball to Merlone. Lou throws it across the way, and that will retire the side. Halfway home on what is going to be a snowy night in Burlington. It's the A's 1, the Red Sox 0. He's home. He heard me. We'll be back in a moment. "30 seconds is just not long enough for me to grab a drink. You joined us late. Here's how we got joined us late. Here's how we got here. Mario Valdez, an RBI double to score Johnny Damon in the third, and that's it. Gil Heredia pitching well above his weight. 4 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Pedro has struck out 7 through 5, allowed 3 hits and a run. Brings up Hillenbrand. Shea is 0 for 1. Ground ball to third. Chavez, a fantastic diving stop to rob Hillenbrand of a double. Oh my goodness gracious, an absolute web gem. Highway robbery and a long, long throw. Hillenbrand just stands there by the bag at first going, wow, I'm impressed. Here's Merlone. Lou is 1 for 1. He singled. And he draws the walk this time. Second walk given up by Gil. Here's Lansing. Sack bunt his first time up. Heredia goes home. Lansing hits a slow ground ball to Giambi. Merlone should get the second. He will. Underhands it to Heredia. And Lansing is retired. So Merlone goes to second. 2 out. That's true. I could have pulled a David Letterman and said, for those of you just joining us, where the hell you been? I love watching Letterman stuff on YouTube. Here's Nixon. Trot is 0 for 1 with a walk. Heredia, 71 pitches, 18 batters, 4 2/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to Tejada. Miguel deep in the hole over to first. And Nixon, is he safe? In fact, Merlone's going to score. How about that? Not only is Nixon safe, Merlone scored on the infield hit. How about that? Tejada just kind of winged it over, and Merlone saw that Giambi wasn't paying any attention. And so we're tied at 1, 2 out here in the 5th. For Offerman, who's 0 for 2. Heads up base running by Lou Merlone. Pitch to Offerman. There's a liner in the right that's going to drop in front of Damon. Nixon will try for third. You can run on that arm. And the throw is going to be not even close. So Nixon better be safe after I said that. Offerman goes to second. Nixon at third. The ball gets away from Chavez. Nixon will round third and score. And on the bad play by Damon, it's an E9 and it's 2-1 Boston. So Offerman stands on third. Damon, who didn't have an error, in right field. He had 3 in left. He only played 5 games in right. Uncorks one. Johnny, not a good sabermetric fielder. So the Red Sox go up on the Damon error. Here's Everett. Carl has singled and struck out. Offerman on third, 2-1 Boston, and Heredia gets out of it with strike 3. But the Red Sox score 2 on 2 hit, and the Damon error gives them the lead. They've stranded 4 so far. We go to the 6th, 2-1 Boston. And so normally when the good things happen on the defensive side to end the inning, they lead off the next inning. You can't say the same for Johnny Damon. He's 1 for 2, a single, a run scored. PD opening 18, 79 pitches, 5 innings, 3 hits, and 7 strikeouts. Damon goes down. Got him looking on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3. There's a guy on YouTube, Mario Valdez, stepping in, 1 for 2, a double and an RBI, now a 7. Taking a respite, John, is from binging Picard with the wife. Make it so, number 1. Daughter decided she needed motherly advice, so I gifted I get my RSN fix. We're with you at lunchtime the next 2 days. It was interesting to see Q look human. Anyway, so there's a guy on YouTube that puts together long collections of people guesting on Letterman going back to the NBC days. And one of them is Conan O'Brien, about a year after he took over Letterman's spot on NBC. Pitch to Valdez, strike 3, that's 9 for Petey. A fastball swung on and missed at 100. Goodness gracious. So 2 out here in the 6th. And so both of them, of course, having done the 12:30 thing, one of the things that Conan talked about, this was back in 94, was the fact that people would make up excuses or give excuses of why they were up watching TV at 12:30. Well, I had a boil I had to lance. Or I watched a wonderful interview I did with Shelley Winters because the cat threw up and the TV just happened to be on. I thought it was funny. Giambi has struck out twice. Pitch from Petey. That's 10. 10 for Pedro through 6. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The pitching change here in Boston. Jim Machir coming in. Look for Sam Kinnison's first appearance on Letterman. Johnny Carson's channel posted his first appearance with Johnny. Machir, by the way, 16th appearance, 1-2, a 3.86 ERA. 31 years old, a ground ball plus pitcher, throws the splitter at 92. Last pitched on the 9th in a 10-0 laugher over the Blue Jays in Toronto. 5 pitches to strike out a man. 16 in the 3rd innings, 15 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 homers allowed. He's only walked 1 while striking out 20. You stayed up late to watch Rick Mayall's only appearance on Letterman. I think the name of the channel on YouTube that has the Letterman in bulk, I believe, is Don Glazer or Don Giller. But they're long collections of guests over the 30-some-odd years that Letterman was on. Here's Manny. He's 0 for 2. And Machir, who's only had walked 1 batter all replay, walks his second. So Manny draws a 3-0 fastball high, and that'll bring up Bichette, who has struck out twice. Liner in the left center field. Valdez will pick it up. Yeah, that's a good one if you're a Letterman fan. Manny is going to hold at second. So first and second, with nobody out, Jason Varitek 0 for 2 with a strikeout. John says, living in Texas, in the 9th grade, and Letterman was on at 11:30 there. First period biology usually started with my buddy and I talking about Letterman from the night before. Great memories. When I lived in New Mexico, and that was the last year. Thank you there, Mr. Berman. Dante, I need to take a big Bichette. I hope you feel better. So I lived in New Mexico the last year of the original cast of Saturday Night Live. And if you want to be pedantic, Chevy had gone. And because everything was 2 hours behind back there, it came on at 10:30. It was only delayed an hour. So as a kid, that on a Saturday night, that was pretty cool. SNL, 10:30. Pitch to Varitek, who's 0 for 2. Gets away from Hernandez, and Manny wasn't paying much attention, so he has to stay put. So no wild pitch in a 2-1 count. Base hit right field. Damon will pick it up. Manny will round third. What's he going to do? He's going to hold. So the bases are loaded with that wonderful Red Sox base running. And with nobody out, here's Shea Hillenbrand. He was robbed of a hit his last time up. So Machir, not doing all that great, has allowed 2 hits and a walk and hasn't retired anybody. He kicks and fires. That might get 2. Tejada to Bellhorn for 1, and Mark will not throw, or if he does, it's late. Anyway, it's 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and it's 3-1 Boston. So Manny scores. Bichette on third. Hillenbrand on first for Maloney. Russian Reb still here? Pitch to Maloney. Got him! 2-2 splitter. Swung on and missed, and 2 out. So Machir, who seemed to be in a world of hurt now, is 1 out away of getting out of this almost unscathed. Here's Lansing. Sack bunt 0 for 1. Many a Monday morning biology consisted of talking about SNL. Those were the Billy Crystal, Christopher Guest days. Does it hurt when you stick a meat thermometer in your ear? Yeah, don't do that. Runners on the corners. Lansing swings. Ground ball to Bellhorn over to Giambi. And that will retire the side. Red Sox get a run on 2 hits. They leave on 2. We go to the 7th here at Fenway. 3-1 Boston. So Jaha, Long, and Tejada to face Pedro here in the 7th. PD has about 20 pitches left to go. He has struck out 10 through 6. Jaha is 0 for 2. Martinez starts it. Strike 3. A 1-2 cutter at 95, and that's 11. So here's Long. Terrence is 1 for 2. Make it 12. Fastball in there at the knees. And Pedro has struck out 5 straight. What a wonder. What an absolute wonder. So here's Tejada. He is 0 for 2. Petey takes a deep breath, kicks and fires. Got him again. That's 6 straight. Stretch time at Fenway, and Pedro is white hot. He has struck out 13. Pitching change coming to you from Fenway Park in Boston. So Mike Magnanti, 36 years old. I've never heard of him. Fastball pitcher at 81. That's probably why I've never heard of him. Ground ball plus pitcher, making his 17th appearance. He has no record, but it has an earned run average of 257. Pitched last week in Oakland against these Red Sox, a 3-0 win. He faced 1 batter through 3 pitches. So overall, 14 innings, 12 hits, 4 runs, all earned, the 2 homers. He has walked 2 and struck out 7. Oh, by the way, there's a new level of Patreon for me. My mom insisted on me setting it up. Here's Trot. Trot is 1 for 2. He has singled, driven in a run, scored, and walked. And so if you really want to leave me $25 a month, you can now on Patreon. I'm not asking for it. But I should thank my mom for being my latest Patreon. That was awful sweet. So I'm sitting here with the computer. Well, what level should I set it at? $25 a month. Moms are great. Pitch to Nixon. Trot strikes out. So Mike got him on an 0-2 fastball. Here's Offerman. Jose is 1 for 3. I wonder for those who do visual or voice work on YouTube. Oh, hold on a second. If spouses would donate to Patreon just to get you to shut up about it. What did I do? I did a video. I was going to try a couple new things, and one didn't work. Offerman, by the way, 1 for 3 with a single. Ground ball to third. Chavez throws it over to first. I don't know why my voice is going. And so I'm going to revisit that, and you'll see it. But what I did today is I showed you on YouTube how to make a custom league and strat and how to bring teams over. Set up the rules and do manual dice input. Here's Carl Everett. He's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. If you want, I will tell you about the thing that failed. Everett, here's a fly ball, shallow right center, long rides the Schwinn, makes the catch. And we go to the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Petey out there to start it after 7, 3-1 Boston. So in 55 and 2/3 innings in this replay, Pedro Martinez has struck out 88. Eric Chavez is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I have no idea what I hit to open that up. But if you're really interested, I'm sure you can go to Windows 11 and find all about the 49 life hacks you'll wish you knew sooner. I honestly have no idea what I hit. Here's Chavez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pedro starts the 8th. Ground ball to Merlone. Lou throws it over to first for the out. Our buddy Scoop 85. Yeah, I don't know what I hit for that, Dave. What are you chatting about as soon as I'm done, by the way? Here's Bellhorn. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Our buddy Scoop 85 on YouTube has been posting games, basketball games, using Above the Rim, which is a Status Pro clone. The perfect game. That's what Dave's talking about. He's going to be talking about the perfect game, which obviously is not this. Pitch to Bellhorn. Mark draws the walk. So the tying run is now on with 1 out for Ramon Hernandez, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pedro has walked 1 and struck out 13. And so I grabbed it because it's the Above the Rim, because it's free. It's, I think, the best free game ever made. A full play basketball game. And I was going to do a radio call, not talk about any of the game engines and stuff, but I had such a frustrating time to get everything to work last night. I got about 6 minutes into it, made a couple mistakes, and said we'll try again. So if you're interested in having a game where all the stats pop up, but me calling it, and that would be the only visuals, I'm curious if people would be interested in that. Pitch to Hernandez, and he draws the walk, and with the tying run on, that'll do it for Pedro. But in 7 1/3 innings, he strikes out 13 and gets a huge, huge hand as he leaves the game for Rolando Araujo. We got a pitching change. His game coming to you from Fenway Park in Boston. So Rolando making his 13th appearance. 3-1 with a 1.73 ERA. He's 32 years old. Fastball at 89. And doesn't feature the ground nor the fly ball. Pitched 4 days ago against the Mariners in a 7-2 loss, 3 2/3, 78 pitches, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, a home run, walked 1 and struck out 5. So overall for Arroyo, 26 innings, 23 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 2 homers. He walked 5 and struck out 19. Perfect game, midlife crisis says, according to ID Jester. It isn't History Maker Golf. Yep, that rant was legendary. So first and second, 1 out for Damon, who's 1 for 3. A single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Which would you rather binge watch, Picard or an ID rant? Pitch to Johnny. Struck him out. An 0-2 curve on the outside corner, 2 out. For Mario Valdez, who has a double. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and has struck out twice. And there's a liner in the center field. Everett will pick it up. Bellhorn has decent speed. Lansing should have made the play. They're going to try it. The throw to Varitek is late, and it's 3-2. I believe that's probably the most generous way to describe that. A car wreck that you couldn't stop watching and listening to. So Arroyo needs to be careful here. 3-2, 2 out. Oakland is now within a run. Tying run is Hernandez on second. The go-ahead run is Valdez on first. Giambi is 0 for 3. Pedro struck him out 3 times. The general consensus on Picard, as the 3rd season is the last season, right? Have they released it or are they about to? Is that it has its moments, but if you're expecting the next generation, it's just not there. Pitch to Giambi, runners go, ground ball to Lansing. The Red Sox will get out of this. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. Chad Bradford. Sounds like a name from The Young and the Restless, doesn't it? Comes in to pitch the 8th. One episode of season 3 is out. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Boston. I want to say Bradford's one of those submarine pitchers. Fastball at 92 and a ground ball plus pitcher. 7th appearance, has a save and an ERA of 9. Yeah, it's okay, but not TNG quality. And this is the last season of it. I think they're running... I'll read down. What are you talking about, Gardner? Bradford, episode 2 is out tomorrow. Okay. Season 2 has ups and downs. There's a lot of the original cast in season 3. In a 6-5 win over the Jays on May 8th, Bradford went 2/3 of an inning, 22 pitches. Got Christmas tree, to be honest. 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, and no strikeouts. So it didn't tell me to click on, okay, this game sucks, worst game ever. Yes, it does. That's the thumbs down button. 6 innings for Chad, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, a home run, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Matt says RJL and Jester are meeting up soon in a Mets-Cardinal spring training game. I told Robert I was going to buy the 2 seats next to them and bring Keith Avalone. I love it. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Manny Ramirez 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. Bradford deals, ground ball to third. Chavez over to Giambi, 1 out. Oakland will send up Jaha, Long, and Tejada in the 9th. It's still raining here in Boston, 72 degrees. Dante Bichette singled and struck out twice, 1 for 3. Goes down again as he goes down on a hard curve swinging. And there's 2 out for Varitek, who's 1 for 3. Has singled and struck out. That was funny. You get points. You get a case of Uncle Ron's pineapple-flavored snake oil. Pitch to Varitek. Jason hits a ropes this one into right center. That's going to be extra bases. That should have been Damon's ball. It scoots between him and Long. 2 out for Hillenbrand, who was 0 for 3 with an RBI. So Bradford deals. Hillenbrand into left center. That's going to be a big insurance run. Valdez picks it up. Varitek rounds third. Hillenbrand is going to go for 2. No, the throw goes in the infield, and it's 4-2 Boston. Brings up Merlone. Lou is 1 for 2. He is singled, walked, and struck out. And scored a 2nd run. Hernandez and Bradford have a word. Got him, and that will end the inning. Swung on and missed, and that's the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. After 8, 4-2 Boston. For those of you who remember eating at Kmart's, when they had luncheonettes, I believe theirs was called the Bradford Room. So that was a Freudian slip on my part. So let's see how many times the A's pinch hit here in the 9th. They need 2 to tie, 3 to go ahead. Jaha is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. John says, I've never played History Maker, but it does intrigue me. But watching Al stumble through the directions his first couple of games and watching IDJ, don't know whether to give it a whirl myself for the challenge or be turned off by it. Dave will tell you that playing the play games is an entirely different animal than watching someone play the play games. The golf game, I think, goes very well. The baseball game is very chart heavy. So it really depends on how you feel about charts. It's all statistically based. Baseball demos, Jeremy Giambi's going to pinch hit. Jeremy at 284, 3 homers and 11 RBI. And you don't pinch hit for the DH. Arrojo starts the 9th, ball 4. So the tying run will be at the plate. Baseball Demos did the 87 Braves with History Maker Baseball. Here's Terrence Long. He's 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. And the team ERA for the Braves missed by 1 point. So the game is very accurate. It's very story-driven. So if you like story-driven games, then play as a 1 is there. And if you can finish the story, the poor guy missed 1 chart that would have completed the hole. All right, Long is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. He is the tying run, and he draws the walk. Do I really have to go with Derek Lowe? So nobody out for Tejada. And don't ask me why my voice is going. Arrojo takes a deep breath. Pitches to Tejada. Popped up right side. Nixon will make the catch. 1 out. And Giambi retreats back to second. Here's Chavez, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Someone who really knows how to play is actually relaxing to listen. Yeah, I have a hard time with that, too. Trying to do it on the fly. If you're very interested in the golf game, Tabletop Earl is who I would watch. He makes that game, the History Maker Golf, sing like RJL makes Inside Pitch sing. I'm trying to think who does a good, and of course, baseball demos with History Maker Baseball. Chavez 0 for 3. Base hit right field. Nixon will pick it up. Giambi doesn't have much speed, and the bases are loaded. 1 out for Mark Bellhorn. Yep, Earl's and Baseball Demos videos on History Maker, I think, are the go-to. They played us a lot with fictional sets, too. A good way to break into the game. Bellhorn has walked and struck out twice. Double play ends the game, so we'll let Arrojo try to get out of this. 4-2. Oakland has the go-ahead run on first to Chavez. And Frank Menichino is going to pinch hit. And Frank's chances of getting 500 on base percentage. He draws a ton of walks. Menichino at 224, 4 homers and 9 RBIs. A pinch hitter. He's 2 for 3. Problem is, Lowe could pitch. Can't use Beck. You can use Lowe. So I'm going to bring in Derek Lowe to close this one out. That's the 2001 Red Sox in a nutshell. Lowe is 2 and 3. He has saved 5 games and has an earned run average of .516. But God bless him, he's blown 5 saves of his 10 chances. That's great. So there's a 50-50 chance that Lowe pulls this one off. He's 28 years old, fastball at 93, and a ground ball plus pitcher. Last got the win against Seattle on the 10th, a 9-8 win, 1 inning, 29 pitches, a hit, an unearned run, a walk and a strikeout. So 22 2/3. 33 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, just the 1 homer, 13 walks, and 20 strikeouts. Yep, Soccer Blast is a good play game. Steeler fans talked about that. It is chart driven. It only has a few charts and flows nicely. Stone Cold Hockey is pretty much a play style game. If you've liked that, you'd love it. And Keith is a wonderful human being and a joy to deal with. Anytime you open a new purchase and get a personalized letter, that's pretty good. What was it? Al Wilson's Fast Drive Football. If you like that, you'd love a play game. All right, Mendocino with the game at the plate. Derek Lowe takes a deep breath. Bases loaded. 1 out. Struck him out. 2-2 curve fastball in there for a late strike 3. Gardner is behind the plate. He wants to go on. So here's Ramon Hernandez. Ramon is 0 for 2. He is walked and struck out. So a last chance saloon here for Oakland, but remember, the tying run is on second in Terrence Long. Deep breath from Lowe. Up the middle, base hit. Giambi will score. What's Long going to do? We're going to throw home for him anyway, and this game is tied at 4. So Derek Lowe blows his 6th save of the replay. Here's Johnny Damon. He's 1 for 4. He has singled, scored, and struck out twice. So Pedro's 13 strikeout performance matters not. So Chavez, the go-ahead run on second. Hernandez on first. Pitch to Damon. Line drive to Hillenbrand, and that will retire the side. Jeff Tam coming in to pitch. It's Oakland 4, Boston 4. The tennis game looks very intriguing. Tam, by the way, making his 15th appearance, 1-3, a 4.76 ERA. He is 30 years old. Fastball pitcher at 90 and a ground ball pitcher. Last pitch against the Jays, 2 days ago on the 10th in a 6-2 win, an inning and a third, 25 pitches. No runs, 2 hits, and a walk. Overall, 17 innings, 17 hits, 9 runs, all earned, a homer. He has walked 7 while striking out 17. I enjoy the tennis. Fall Classic's an intriguing game. We play a lot of different games. I like roster card better. I think there's a flipper online for Fall Classic. Andy Lewis has done one. Mike Lansing, by the way, is 0 for 2. Tam trying to get this into extra innings. Ground ball back to Tam over to first for the out. We don't want Dave to start too late. Here's Nixon. Trot 1 for 3. Has an RBI, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Ground ball, base hit up the middle, and the winning run is on. Tejada with a bad play. There was 1 defensive change. Mendocino is a 7 at second, by the way. Here's Offerman. Jose is 1 for 4. We get to the heart of the Red Sox order. With Everett, Manny, and Bichette to follow. So the winning run on, 1 out. Pitch to Offerman. Line drive, center field, Long makes the catch, and Nixon retreats back 2 out. So here is Everett. Last chance to end this in regulation. 1 for 4. He has struck out twice. Matt only strays from four sports. They don't have, or some PC games and sports that they do have. Pitch to Everett. Ball 4, and so the winning run now is in scoring position for Manny Ramirez, who is 0 for 3. He has scored and walked. And if you want, we could start going through those 49 life hacks that you didn't know you needed to know. Manny has driven in 5 game winners this year. It doesn't mean he's walked off 5, but he has 5 game-winning RBIs. So Tam and Hernandez try to get on the same page. He kicks and fires, and Manny strikes out. Of course he does. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Free baseball for you on the channel. We go to the 10th, 4-4. Dave, give me a cutoff time. So it'll be Valdez and the Giambis here in the 10th. Mario 2 for 4. He is single, doubled, and driven in 2. He has also struck out twice. Lowe blew the save in the 9th. Gets Valdez to look at strike 3 at 95 to start the 10th. On a 1-2 fastball. Here's Jason Giambi. He has struck out 3 times. He's 0 for 4. Pitch from Lowe. And to right, Nixon for the out. A's were on RJL's table for 88. And they went extra. Who'd they play? Here's Jeremy Giambi. Jeremy has walked and scored. Came in the game as a pinch hitter, although you don't pinch hit for the DH. 4 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Oakland. They've left on 6. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for Boston. They've left on 9. The older John gets, the more PC games like action are more appealing. I can sit down and play Strat Super Advanced with my eyes closed, and a game of Strat Basic Football with stat keeping in less than an hour. And get accurate results. Can't ask for more than that out of cards and dice. John, I did the video on how to create your own custom league in Strat Baseball today with all manual dice rolling, and I played it in about 25 minutes. Pedro threw a 6-hit shutout and struck out 13. Pitch to Jeremy Giambi. Got him! So Lowe gets a clean 10th after barfing up a hairball in the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. See who they bring out. Bichette, Veritek, and Hillenbrand here for Boston in the 10th. So Dante is 1 for 4. He has singled and struck out 3 times. Got him again. An 0-2 fastball swung on and missed for now. So that's 4 Ks for Bichette. Veritek 2 for 4. A single, a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. And it was the Angels that kept Oakland past their bedtime. Ground ball to Menachino over to Tam, so it goes 4-1 on the 4-2 on the card. No 4-1. And Mark Guthrie comes in with 2 out. Mark is 1-1 with a save and a 6.92 ERA, making his 10th appearance on the year. Mark is 35, slider at 89. And a ground ball pitcher. Last pitch in that 6-2 win on the 10th against the Blue Jays. Inning and 2/3, 23 pitches and a strikeout. 13 innings, 17 hits, 10 runs, all earned. He's allowed 4 homers. He's walked 2 and struck out 12. So 2 out for Hillenbrand. The thing with the play games is that they're statistically sound, but they use characteristics and qualities as opposed to numbers on the card. It's a completely different language, but the results are the same. Pitch to Hillenbrand. Shea ropes this one. Menachino stabs it behind the bag over to first, and we go to the 11th. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 10, 4-4. So Long, Tejada, and Chavez to face Lowe here in the 11th. 15 hits combined in 10 innings. Terrence is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, walked, and struck out. Fly ball, right center. Back goes Everett. Carl makes the catch, 1 out. We'll bring up Tejada, who is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Got him. That's 4 for low. You'd look at that stat line, 2 1/3, a hit, and 4 strikeouts, and think that's wonderful. But 2 inherited runners scored, and that's why we're playing with 2 out in the top of the 11th. Chavez is 1 for 4. He is singled and struck out. Got him. That's 5 for low. So the A's go down quietly in the 11th. That we go to the bottom of the inning, 4-4. So Merlone, Lansing, and Nixon. Lou is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, walked, and struck out twice. Guthrie starts the 11th. The base hit up the middle, and the winning run is on. Lansing is 0 for 3. He's already had 1 sacrifice bunt. And he lays down another. Chavez digging in at third. No chance to get the runner at second. Menachino is there, and it's a 5-4 on the sacrifice. So 1 out for Nixon, who is 2 for 4. Trott has singled twice, driven in a run. Scored, walked, and struck out. Merlone the winning run. And I wonder if Nixon's just going to get that. Wifey's back. Have a great night. You too, John. We'll see you tomorrow at lunch. They pitch to Nixon, and he draws the walk. So it's the old Keith Russell first base open walk, a full count fastball slider mistying outside. And so that'll bring up Offerman. We're going to look to see who can hit a lefty. And the answer is Darren Lewis. So Lewis, 2 for 3 as a pinch hitter, 333 overall with 6 RBI. First and second, 1 out in a 4-4 tie, bottom of the 11th. Guthrie deals, Lewis strikes out. Of course he does. So an 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. The rain is stopped here at Fenway. Here's Everett. Carl 1 for 4. He has singled, walked, struck out twice, and does have 3 game-winning RBI on the year. Hernandez and Guthrie try to get through the inning. Mark delivers. Everett swings, and that's gone. A walk-off 3-run homer into left center field. The Red Sox win this one 7-4. Gone the second he hit it into the monster seats. So Gardner's going to be good in about 5 minutes. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. They moved to 21-15. They left on 9. Oakland, 4 runs, 6 hits, an error, and they left on 6. Derek Lowe blows the save, his 6th blown save. He gets the win, 3-3, 2 2/3, a hit, and 5 strikeouts. Pedro Martinez, 7 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 13. The A's trotted out everyone in Oakland to pitch. They used 6 Guthrie's of what it takes the hard luck loss. And so our digital dice player of the game is Carl Everett. A 3-run homer in the bottom of the 11th. Wins it for the Red Sox. And they move to 2 back. All right, I'm going to bed in a moment. Let's play the rest of the Saturday in baseball. And then don't forget to go over to Dave Gardner's channel as he talks about the perfect game. Anaheim shuts down Detroit 7-0. Pat Rapp 3-5. Santos 0-1. Benji Gill, a homer, his 4th of the year, and drives in 3. I got a bunch of highlights to read when holy crap, I got like a screen and a half of that. Seattle beats Toronto 6-5. Freddie Garcia goes to 6-1. Carpenter 3-3. Edgar Martinez, his 11th of the year, 2 for 5. He drives in 2. Paul O'Neill, 4 for 5, his 6th of the year, drives in 2. Ted Lidley beats the Orioles 9-2. Johnson goes to 2-6. St. Louis beats Chicago 2-1. Christensen 1-0. Todd Van Poppel 2-5. White 3 for 4. The Rockies pound out 19 hits, including 3 from Ron Gant. I lost my place. Who drives in 5 as they beat Montreal 15-3. Thompson 1-0. Tony Armas Jr. 2-3. Norton 2 for 2, his 4th of the year, and drives in 2. Pedro struck out 13 and then Boston win over Oakland. The A's struck out 19 times in that game. San Francisco behind a 2-hitter from Russ Ortiz shuts down the Mets 5-2. Russ goes to 5-2. Gonzalez 1-1 for the Mets. Edgardo Alfonso, his 5th of the year, he drives in 2, 1 for 1. Astros beat the Reds 5-4, first of a doubleheader. Reynolds goes to 3-0. Bell 2-1. Truby 2 for 4, his 5th of the year, with a double. Astros win twice. Ellerton takes a nightcap in a 7-1 win. Fernandez takes a loss 2-4. Alou 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. And 2 doubles. Where was I? Cleveland beats Tampa 9-3. Finley 6-0. Rose, not a problem. 0-2. Got one gone. 4 for 5, his 9th of the year. He drives in 6. That wasn't even good. Oh, yeah, it was. Cleveland pounds out 17 hits. John Thompson, by the way, 3-hit ball for 7 for Colorado. Milwaukee beats Pittsburgh 5-4. DeJean 3-0. Manzolino is 0-1 for the Buccos. Brown 2 for 3, his 3rd of the year with a stolen base. Minnesota 5, Kansas City 4. Brad Radke gets the win 2-5. Grimsley, Jason is 3-1. Jones 2 for 4, his 3rd of the year with a stolen base. The Shy Sox shut down the Rangers 6-2. Garland 2-0. Mayette 0-1. Durham 1 for 2, a double and 3 walks. Arizona 5, Phillies 1. Anderson 3-2. Omar Dahl goes to 0-5. Jimmy Rollins 3 for 4, a triple and a stolen base. Padres beat the Marlins 5-2. Serrano 1-0. A.J. Burnett 1-1. Trevor Hoffman's 8th save of the year. And last but not least, the Dodgers beat the Braves 4-1. Kevin Brown 2-3. Jason Marquez 1-2. Boca Chica with the homer. By the way, in that Met loss, they turned 4 errors. Noontime tomorrow will be Chicago and Seattle. And so we'll send you off. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tomorrow at lunch. Have a good night, everybody.